You have to be worried about what happens in a playoff game when they go to the bullpen, and you know that you're going to have to go to the bullpen a little earlier than you do in the regular season,
Mm-hmm.
and you have to know that your closer can come in and close it out. And no one's saying you can't make contact. Like the closer is going to pitch, it's going to be contact made for sure, but you can't get rocked. Like it's going way out of the ballpark.
Yeah,
like that's
he's
it's
been
uncomfortable,
so
man. It's uncomfortable.
It's
Gasper.
uncomfortable.
The guy who hit it, the first one I believe was by Gasper, correct? The little catcher. And there was a no doubter. That was a no doubter off the bat. I'm like, that's not the guy that you want hitting a no doubter off of you. It's further up the lineup or a Judge, but that Gasper, the little catcher, I'm like, ooh, that is not a good
That's
sign.
the
That
issue,
should be
man.
overpower. 3-4 pitches out. Move on to the next guy.
It's the 7, 8, 9 hitters. To your point, if Judge gets you, he gets you. You just gotta swallow that pill and be like, he was better than me. He is better than me. He got me. But even, the famous 5-walk routine at Dodger Stadium, that was a 7, 8, 9 hitters he walked before Ohtani came up and Betts came up. And again, Schneider is trying to give him the opportunity to pitch out of it, and he waited too long last night. And it turns out they actually put up some runs in the bottom of the ninth, and maybe if he gets them out earlier, it's a different story. But it's a conundrum if you're a manager, because that's the guy you have to rely on him. You've chosen to rely on him, and quite frankly, there's no one else that screams, I should be the guy usurping him. You know what I'm saying? It's not. I know Sir Anthony Dominguez can throw heat, and he's been pretty good. And Varland, when he first showed up, looked good. Now he's hit a bit of a rocky patch, and they have stuff. They have closer-like stuff because they can hit 98, 99, or 100, but it's not that easy. And I think if the Blue Jays, if Walker and Schneider believed, Dominguez could do it, or Varland could do it, or any of these guys could do it, they probably would have given him a shot by now. And I think they're pot committed to Hoffman because they believe that's their best guy, and he's the guy that can pitch in the most high leverage situations. But man, it's been ugly as a bullpen. It's not just him. The whole staff for a month now, 5 weeks, has been terrible. Terrible. I think outside of, I want to say, Colorado's bullpen, no one has a worse ERA collectively in Major League Baseball in 4 or 5 weeks.
Yeah, it doesn't instill confidence, man.
No, it's
those
a real
are
issue.
high leverage situations. You need guys, specialists. You go in, you strike a guy out, whatever the case is. But
got to
it's
get
not
that win
happening
last
right
night.
now.
Yeah, yes, it's been uber positive. Great thing. Jay's been awesome. Their season didn't end last night, but it's okay to have higher expectations, and it's okay to be disappointed when the game's right there against a Minnesota team that's not really in the hunt for anything. You're on home field, and Hoffman comes in and gets rocked last night. All right, here is a former MLB pitcher, and, of course, you can catch him on the Baseball is Dead podcast joining us here on the Maple Toyota Hotline. Here's Dallas Braden. What's happening, Dallas?
How we doing, boys?
We're doing well. We've been talking a lot about the bullpen up here, and the numbers have not been good for the better part of a month. Since the end of July, it's one of the worst, 1 or 2 bullpens in baseball based on, team ERA. Hoffman got rocked last night, blows a save. He's given up 12 home runs this year. How important is it over the next 4 or 5 weeks for John Schneider and the Blue Jays to find some semblance of a bullpen they can trust going into the playoffs?
Imperative. This is when the arm race begins, whether it's identifying in-house options, right? Because the opportunity to go and get some help outside of your building has come and gone. And when it's in-house, I'm talking, are there options, by virtue of an extension of the bullpen in AAA? Are there guys in the rotation in AAA that you could think about bringing up and maybe impacting the bullpen? Because you're right. As far as how this bullpen has performed for the Blue Jays, you go back to July 28th, just an arbitrary date, which I picked up while I was listening to you guys kind of touch on some of the shortcomings. The Blue Jays have the second worst bullpen ERA in baseball at 5.72, behind only the Colorado Rockies, who play baseball on Mars. So it is tough. It is tough to win ball games. It's tough to win close ball games, and it's tough to win important ball games if you just cannot get the most important outs in the ball game, which is, number one, the ones you need to get when you have the lead, and especially when you have the lead, the last 3 outs of the ball game. So whether it's identifying a combination, a platoon of arms that you feel like you can run out there and match up, because I heard you guys talking about, are you just at this point pot committed to Hoffman, who, leads the bullpen with 28 saves? That is just based on the opportunities. But is there a combination of matching up? You got a couple of lefties down there in that bullpen, and whether or not you feel like those guys can help split the difference on whether it's finishing off the 8th inning and heading into the 9th inning, starting the 9th inning. And look, you get the 3 that you're going to get. And if it goes any further than that, we already have somebody playing catch by the time you've taken the ball on the game mound. There's going to have to be some sort of shaking out, though, because down the stretch, this is where teams can either close the gap or, I believe, start to collapse, because we know that it's bullpens that start to peter out when it comes September, and that's because of usage, overexposure, and this is when your money is earned. And that's why it is so important to have at least the last 6 outs accounted for. And I don't mean to just say you got to have the closer identified. Sure, that helps, but you have to have an attack plan on how to secure the win.